click. Alright, record. Really should have done the checklist first. OBS is on, obviously. Microphone levels look good. Speaker, or that thing looks good. Desktop audio looks fine. Title, don't like the title. Justin Bucks, we never adjust a Bucks anymore. Although we do need a new picture. Just really like that picture. Lighting. Lights are on. Twitch is on. Fraps is on. We logged into the game. I guess that's the checklist. I'm supposed to do a checklist before we hit the start streaming and recording button, but oh well. Hello everyone. It's Tuesday. Oh no, and I'm getting red dots from the internet. Already? Try that again. Hello everyone. It's Tuesday, March 20th, 2018. I'm Dent, that's Cynical, that's Muggle, this is D. We're still playing Final Fantasy XI online. It's getting a little chilly outside, and there went Twitch. It just totally dropped off face of the earth. It came back. Life is good. I'm gonna hit the pause button because I don't want to get distracted by my own video. I just want the stream to stay excellent instead of going to sleep. Sorry. What are we doing tonight? Tonight we are going to fish. That's it. Not even so much other stuff. We were, let's see, I was turning some stuff on, and then I ended up getting a Brigand's chart. I don't remember fishing up 25 different catches. It just happened that way. I don't think we're gonna get 50 catches this time. That's not what we're gonna aim for anyways. At least I don't think we are. No. We're just gonna go after the Bibiki Urchin. It's needed in Sublime Sushi. It's a rare it's a rare drop, to say the best. And I really don't even think that you need any particular kind of a bait or anything. It's kind of like an item fish where it'll just bite when it wants to, if it wants to, maybe. And nobody really even knows what the level cap is. BG Wiki, I think, said the fishing cap on it was like level 3, and then another spot, I think it was FF11 Clopedia, said something along the lines of level 36. So maybe we'll get a skill up. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't even get the fish. But it is, if you do actually want to catch one of everything, fish-wise, you need to go after it. It's Draconia! Happy Tuesday, Draconia. Let's see if I remember how to do this. We are going to cheat as far as getting to Bibiki Bay. There's lots of ways to do it. We're going to go the really easy way. We're going to travel to another home point. We're going to do Bass Stock Markets by the exit with a yes, please. I guess we'll go ahead and pick up Signet while we're over there, because, you know, it's Signet. There's like a Records of Eminence objective that we can complete with Signet. Should totally do that. It's like getting cold again outside. I almost wanted to put on a sweater. Almost. It's probably why Miss Kitty keeps doing her Miss Kitty stuff. She's hiding. Maybe. I don't know. How is Excalibur for Paladin? It's okay. That's about it. It's okay. It's not Burnt Gang. Not that I know what Burnt Gang's like yet, because I haven't finished that one yet. I mean, it's shiny. Let's get a little close up. I think it's probably better for Paladin than it is Red Mage, but you know, I would rather dual wield shields than get another sword, but alas, Square Enix won't let me do that. Alright, turn on the Records of Objective, Dan. Wow. So I'm getting unstable tonight. Really? Give me 1 second. Maybe 2 seconds. Yeah, this is going to take 2 seconds. So, close full screen mode. I'm just going to do a speed test real quick here. FF11 speed test. It was working fine just a second ago. Maybe not FF11 speed test, just speed test. Yeah. I get so used to just typing speed test in front of everything. Hitting the start button. Alright, our download speed is not going over 17 megabytes per second. Oh, no, no, below that. Upload, go above 5. Do it. Do it. Okay, well, it started at 3, then with the 10, now it's up to 14. Well, then it dropped to 6, and... Well... I mean, it's not like I'm paying for 50 megabytes per second upload speed every month. I mean, I am, but... Oh, it's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? Yep. I need to work on assaults so I can start mine. Oh my goodness. We were doing an assault last night. It was not fun. Oh, I forgot how much that was not fun. Alright, so the computer is actually... Okay, that's not what I want. The computer is recording everything in fun mode, so as long as that doesn't crash, we should be fine. As far as Twitch goes, I apologize. I'm hoping that the internet will just fix itself, because it's really the best luck I've had lately is with the internet just fixing itself. And I do apologize for the hiccups. Maybe it's just on my end. I don't think it is, because I'm seeing red dots, and typically red dots is not good. Green dots are better. Actually, no dots are better, but anyways. Vaniversary number 1. Signet, be right back. Click that. Click this guy. And it's going to be like, bam, give me a key. Need lots of keys. Ta-da! Alright. So, now, this is the cheating part. Go over here to the Void Watch Officer dude. Be all like, dude! He's all like, dude. Okay, I need to talk to a different NDC. They're like, hey, Atomicite Refiner dude. You look just like that Golka from a distance. I need teleportation. Mug it! Happy Tuesday. Happy March. Let's do... Oh, it's going to be a Tapnazia zone, isn't it? And thank you! It's good to be back. I'm going to warn everybody. My eyes are super itchy. My nose is super runny. I was able to clear out most of the mucus before the start of the stream. But I still want to sneeze. So there's going to be a couple of moments where I'm just going to be all like, excuse me. And I'm probably going to wake up the cat, piss off the cat. Cat don't like it when I sneeze. Actually, cat just don't like it. Period. When I do anything. Isn't that right, Miss Kitty? She's ignoring me. So, there we were. Bibiki Bay. On the docks. Waiting for something to show up. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can wait for the boat. The Manna Clipper bound for Sunset Docks will arrive in about 9 minutes. Earth time. This is why you should take up fishing. Always. And you should also bring your own, like, boombox with you, because you cannot fish here. I wonder if you can fish from over here. Oh, the water is really pretty. I'm not going to argue with that. Fish. Now, I don't know if they fixed it. I don't think I've ever actually fished up any urchins from here before. The everything that I've read online says if you're going to do it from the docks. It's the buzz. Yay for music. Let me know. You have a good feeling about this one? We got a pair of rusty leggings. I don't want rusty stuff. I'd rather get fish. So, let's see what else kind of bait I got. Equip. Bum, 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 bum. Meatballs. Let's see what, something's gotta like meatballs, right? No, but we can hope. I'm gonna try to spend most of the adventure tonight actually on the Manna Clipper, because why not? That was like super easy too. We got a rusty subligar. Ah, who knew? Meatballs and rusty subligars. There was this one time, Lanos was... How many rusty subligars did you need that day, Lanos? If I remember correctly. It was like 10 for a quest. I think Ninja. And I was like... He was getting really frustrated because it wasn't happening. This is going to be a bad guy, but it's okay because I'm on Paladin. Maybe. I'm also like not paladin gear, I'm in fishing gear. Oh my goodness! It's a Kraken! Hey Krag, what's up? Good, good. Nice talking. Better buff up. Alright, let's get reprisal going. 10. And it took 4 hours. Of course it did. Alright, let's get in light going. I said let's get in light going. Wow, look at all that damage I've already taken. I'm in the yellow hit points. Alright, don't want to lose hate. That's... Oh, nuts. Just go and die, man. I was still buffing. Oops. I hit the wrong button. So anyways, we needed some rusty subcars, and it just wasn't happening quickly enough, so I brought Team Dent down to Bastock. I was like, hey, I can help. And it was like, I don't think I was like slash fishing on all 3 characters at the same time. I might have started that way, but Songarthol, oh my goodness. It's like, if you ever need rusty stuff, he's the Gulka to go to. It was like all he would ever get. Dent, all he was getting was fish. You cannot fish without a rod in your hands. The game is not wrong. You can't fish without rod in your hands. Unless you're doing like goldfish scooping. In which case, you can fish without a rod in your hands. That Kraken ate my meatball. That's just not right. I mean, when you really stop to think about it, it's like the monster, they should cough up the bait when you get it. Actually, when you catch the fish, too, you should get your bait back. Be able to reuse it. Ish. But I guess that's what the lures are about. Maybe. I don't even know what kind of weather we're looking at. Actually, I do. It should be getting close to new moon. Current time... waning, 24%. It's light stay, which is better than lightning day. And since we're checking stats, search all... oh dear. Slow internet is slow. 349 players in all known areas. Not bad. How many in this zone, though? Just me. Slash fish. So anyway, we were trying to get supplicars. We were getting supplicars. We were also getting other rusty items like shoes. And I think that was about it. So after a while, it was like we just started trading all the other shoes to Cyndaquil, and she started desynthing them into their components, which I think was just mostly bronze ingots and a couple pieces of leather and stuff like that. And next thing you know, it was like had about 10k worth of materials before we finally got the 10 fishing thingies. You don't even need to do the minigame anymore with the fishing thing. It just all happens on its own. I'm not going to say apparently, but it doesn't appear as if the, the meatballs seem to be helping. Well, we only caught that one rusty supplicar too. Let's see if we get a second one. You feel something pulling at your line. Really? There we go. Rusty leggings. Alright, we'll do one more. And if this doesn't pull up anything good, then we're changing bait. I don't know what to. It's whatever I've got on me. I mean, a wormler I hear is good. Minnow here is good. Actually, I want live bait if I can. Actually, I just want other fish. And just like get the occasional urchin while also getting, you know, stuff that gives you skill ups. Because isn't that all what we really want in life? Just another skill up. Maybe. Maybe that's all I want in life. Crayfish? No, that's going to be for freshwater stuff. Drill, calamari, dwarf pugils? No. 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 Maybe minnow? Meaty brown? No, that's all for other stuff. Curses! I just don't have too much. Alright, let's try the minnow. Although the lures, they tend to like attract junk. Lugworms would probably be cool too. I don't remember if the Mana Clipper actually sells bait. I know the Fishing Guild does, and then at the end of the Mana Clipper trip, we can probably pick up some stuff there. You can actually pick up Bibiki Urchin from the Fishing Guild there at Sunset Docks for like 3.5K each. And I think that's what most players do when... Actually, I think that's what like 99.9% of all players do when they need to make Sublime Sushi. I mean, that's what I do. Just go straight to the NPC, buy a stack, turn that into like 12 stacks of well, maybe closer to 6 stacks of Sublime Sushi, if you're not so lucky with your high qualities. Here we go. No, never mind. Well, we got a cobalt jellyfish, which is our first fish tonight. Just need 19 more, just like that. Wow. We're gonna be here all night. No, I'm gonna cheat. I want to know what else you can fish up from here, if anything. Probably not. I tried looking it up earlier, and the sites that I was looking at just wasn't being very, how shall we say, informative? Informative? What was it called? FF11 Blue something, not Blue Gator. There used to be this old fishing site. I think it's still around. I'm just going to call it Bluefish. I know there's like a bar called Bluefish, but Great Blue, that's what it's called. Great Blue FF11 Fishing Database. Licensing! I'm not super late. You haven't missed much. We've only gotten 2 cobalt jellyfish, and actually you're just in time. There's the Mana Clipper. I'm assuming I still have tickets left on my multi-ticket. Sorry, multi-pass. But, there's always going to be that first time you get kicked off. It was like, hey! You forgot the multi-pass. Get off! Invite in. Happy Tuesday. I can use those jellyfish for crafting. Of course. They make mercury. Need so much poison dust. But you need, whatchamacallit. Yellow globes will turn into the poison dust, and then you use the mercury with the poison dust to make the poison potion. And then you can use the poison potions to make poison stuff, like poison daggers and poison swords and, I don't know, poison stuff. What time does the boat leave, lady? Okay, tell me. Tell me. The Mana Clipper bound for the Sunset Docks will depart shortly. Is she calling me short? She's calling me short. I kind of want that flower, though. Do I have one? Cobalt jellyfish also can do dust. That, or its powder. Either way, both are for alchemy. Good to know. Mercury, though. Way to go. Especially you can get the high quality stuff, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It's the way I remember it. I'll go forward now. 3? No. 2? Do I not have a flower for my hair? Oh, I'm looking in shields. I don't have a flower for my shield. No matter where I look. No. I mean, the glasses I got are pretty cool. Poison stuff is mostly for guild points. That's right. Like, not the good guild points either. It's like the, okay, we're not doing guild points today. Flower is wedding headpiece. The purple one? I thought the white one was. It's this song. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to put that disclaimer up on a... I used to have this, what do you call it? Rotating or repeating line of text that would roll at the top of the screen. Basically going, sorry about the music, folks. Here's the website to reactivate your FF11 accounts. Because it's... Oh, no. It's like whenever you want one of your friends to come back to FF11, and they're all like, man, I spent so much time in that game. There's nothing left to do. I don't think I can do it. You just get out your phone, start playing this song, and they'd be like, oh! No! Maybe not. Maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. Poison items give good points, but they're annoying. They don't stack. That's the biggest problem. If they stacked or... yeah. And then some of them are like really difficult. Where it's like, yeah, we're going to make this level 30 alchemy item, but you need like level 85 smithing to make the base weapon. Have fun with that. Y'all don't mind the backwards angle, do y'all? I mean, maybe y'all do. If so, I can always move the camera to the front of the ship. I always like watching everything from behind. Probably just a little bit more entertaining that way. Bibiko! Not what you're looking for, but we'll take it anyways. I wish armor/weapons stack. Yeah. And beds. I wish beds stacked. Like coffee cups. Or styrofoam cups more particularly. They're annoying to make. Tend to avoid making them on Mira. Dude, I mean... if inventory wasn't an issue. And this is 2018. Why is inventory still an issue, Square Enix? Just make it unlimited. Everything one big giant thingamajig. I wonder what kind of crap we're gonna fish up this time. We can do it. Got faith. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. It's another Kraken! Ah! I never really make them either, except... I mean, well, let me rephrase it. I never throw anything away. But once I finish skilling up on something, like, say... what am I looking for? I'm looking for... not Volk, not... just... no, Reprisal, Enlight, Crusade, Phalanx, Prison... no. Holy Circle, Chivalry, Fealty... Holy! Yeah, let's do Holy. What could go wrong? Wow! It one-shotted him. We'll worry about that later. / fish. Oh, shoot. Oh, that works too, actually. Spark sells the weapon. Add the poison too. That... I forgot about that, but yeah. That pun's not that bad. I mean, it'd be better if you had like a Kraken Club and you got to... I can't finish what I was going to say because it's not family friendly. He's fishy! It's true. I mean, there was a Kraken on the screen. Bum Cow! It's been like years. Or like it feels like years, but... Kraken Club would make it better. Kraken Clubs make everything in this game better. They make Glimmers better. They make Dark Knight better. I don't know. Square Enix ever going to give us a 119 version of the Kraken Club? That's what they should do. Actually, now that I think about it, for the next round of Ambuscade, or say for the next round, for the next 2 years of Ambuscades, instead of giving us more gear, they should have this, you know, for 14,500 total hallmarks, you can get a 119 Kraken Club. You know how many players would be showing up? Be all like, I need Ambuscade. Ambuscade. Come on, we're doing Ambuscade. We can get that club. Start with Kraken Club on Kieran. Mm-hmm. It would be cool. Players would come back to the game. They're like, 119 Kraken Club? I'm like, yeah. What do you gotta do to do it? You can only get it for 1 month. It's like, snap. And then you could, like, just repeat that idea with all the other great weapons from the good old days. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. But we could, like, fill it in and stuff. And it shouldn't be, like, too much more programming for Square Enix. It probably is. I don't know anything about programming. Just everything that everybody tells me, programming's hard, man. Any little mistake can cause disaster, to which I just say, well, don't make any mistakes. And then they just give me that look, like, you just don't understand. And I'm like, well, you're just making it more difficult. Just don't make mistakes. Actually, I'm not... Oh, we were getting R0 there for a second. Joust and stuff. Wait, are you talking about the arcade game Joust from like late 70s? Wait, was that called Joust? It's like where you're on like two chickens jousting each other. It's all the notorious UNMs, Unity Notorious Monsters. Don't do that or something else since Joy Toy, Haute Claire, and whatever the blue Joy Toy was called. All of 119s. Yeah? It may have been something that they planned on adding through Unity Notorious, but then they... Maybe in all their testing, they just found that a 119 version of the Kraken Club was just overpowered. I mean, when you think about it. Like, upgrade the old weapon. Ooh. Something claps onto your line ferociously. I wonder... No! I was fishing. It's the one thing about the Mana Clipper. It takes too long. Or it's not long enough. But yeah, I do game programming, and it's interesting. Okay. Take your word for it. I don't know. I mean, I type prescriptions and bill insurance every day. It's not interesting. Except today. Today I was doing MAC appeals, which is basically me telling the insurance, or me filling out little forms for the insurance companies saying, you didn't pay us enough, you need to pay us more. And they're like, why? Because it cost us this much. Prove it! Here's my invoice. Alright, we'll get back to you. They never pay us more. The disappearing lure. You think you lose your bait when that happens? Seriously, woman? She's not going to open up for like another half hour? And let me guess, the Mana Clipper is going to take off before that happens. That would be my guess. Let's see, this is part of the boat, right? Yeah. Alright, we'll depart shortly. But this is going to Dalmel Rock? Go to Dalmel Rock? The place is messed up. That's just a tour, isn't it? Alright, we'll see. If I remember correctly, you cannot... Yep. Took off 1 o'clock. So we're stuck with the meatballs. Wait, we're not using meatballs. I think I swapped that out, didn't I? I meant to swap it out. Let's get the meatballs back out. I mean, more of this song. Some of those crazy dynamic camera angles from the early 2000s. I wouldn't mind a 3-hour tour in this game as far as fishing goes. That would be cool. Viola, you ready for this? Alright, fishing fans. This boat's only going to show up once every 3 hours. Real game time. Don't be late. There's going to be like half a dozen players that are just like on auto run, running into the spot where it's supposed to go. Because, you know, they don't want to miss it. It's like, dang it, I went to the bathroom and I missed the window. Alright, let's get on this side. Should-ish work. Maybe. Maybe not. Fish! We're kind of wearing the same outfit. It'd be creepy if we had like the same hairstyle. Maybe just a little creepy. I wonder... Because, you know, Square Enix, they like to do so much of a... This name really means this. And this, and that, and the other. You think they do that with the Mithras? Their names, at least? Probably not. Hi, my name's Kots Chalico. Let's say Chalico. And I'll be your guide to today's trip around Dalmel Rock. Apparently it's a rock that goes around the Dalmels. Should really do more fishing. I want my sharper shawl. I need 30 plus skill. Oh, that's the... Lanos has that, doesn't he? Because you need the 30 plus skill to be able to start the quest where you can actually get the fish, if I remember correctly. And it's not hard to get the 30 skill anymore. Shoot, I think you can get up to like 20 skill just on moat carps. Good money in those moat carps. Fish. We got a blue tail. There was a time that blue tails were just kind of silly. Inside the belly is dumb. How did Lanos get his? If I remember correctly, didn't you... I mean, you didn't fish yours up. You got yours from the Mog Garden, wasn't it? Or maybe not. Well, not forever. Took a long time. Less than 18 years. Maybe less than 15. Let's say less than 15 years. It did take longer than the PlayStation 2 was able to last, though. That analogy of, you know, if you have an infinite number of monkeys typing on an infinite number of typewriters for infinity, then eventually one of them will accidentally type out a Shakespearean sonnet. But the odds of it happening so small that heat death of the universe will kick in before that happens. You bought the fish. That's the way to do it. Mutz has them. You don't have to fish them up yourself, but you need 30 plus skill to even start it. I wonder how much the fish cost. I'm sure I can look that up. Bum, bottom. So Dalmel Rock. If you actually want to get fish, it's a place to... Syndic caught a bluetail, but cannot carry any more of the items. Syndic regretfully releases the bluetail. The innocent bluetail goes back into the ocean from whence it came. I just got too much junk on me. Alright, so Orison Seals. Goodbye. No, really. Drop them. It's like, are you sure? Yes! Yeah. Sanguine Spikes. There's gonna be players like, man, don't toss those Sanguine Spikes. What are you doing? You can use them. I'm like, no. You can sell them. I don't care. Brigand no. Flaxen Pouches out of here. I gotta make room for stuff. Ninja Testimony. I know. Bard Testimony. We had fun with Bard last night. We were able to defeat Matt, the Bard. It was like 3 hits. Like 3 auto attack hits. We didn't even buff up. Now that I think about it, it wasn't that fun. It was more surprising. Navark's Mantle. I'm tossing it. I can get another if I need it. Rusty Leggings. No point tossing those. We'll just get more. I really should have swung by the vendor NPC before heading out here. Like, he's gonna throw away those crackers, right? I'm like, yeah, sure. And even though this isn't gonna do anything, because I'm like at max experience points on all my jobs, and I think I'm also at max merit points. But it's better than tossing it, right? Yeah. You should restore rusty gear anyway. At least then you make somewhat decent kill. Yes, you can restore it with like a light crystal, and then you can desynth it, and then be able to like it. Then it stacks. Shivo Bait! Happy Tuesday. It's good to be back. Thank you. Kitty sleepy. Nobody wake up the kitty. That's not true. You can wake up the kitty. She'll go right back to sleep. She wakes me up all the time. Actually, just in the mornings. And at night. But mostly in the mornings. She'll be all like, wake up. And I'm like, I'm gonna smack you in the face with my foot, see how much you like it. Actually, I shouldn't do that. That would be animal abuse. It's because it goes to bronze or copper gear, then to the ingot on the desynth. Good idea. Just eat crystals. I don't think I have any light crystals on me, though, because that's... Yeah, I got lightning. It's not the same. Speaking of lightning, it kind of looks like it might storm in the game. Now I'm hungry. I don't know why. There shouldn't be anything about Petty Pupils that makes me hungry, but it just kind of happens that way. It seems like the water might be getting a little bit more choppy. Maybe it's just my imagination. Big giant red clot on the deck. Eh, it's alright. Any moment now, the sun should be popping up out of the sky, and I'd be all like, ow, my eyes. We got a clump of pom-tom kelp, which I think is used in one synth. Don't ask me which synth. I could look it up. I don't remember. I was gonna change up my bait, wasn't I? Yeah. Didn't feel like we've been getting too much. We got a blue tail earlier, then it disappeared. So long, Delnell Rock. We'll never forget your towering pillars, your sheer slopes. Something else. Apparently I got the scroll text too fast for this here thing. Maybe I'll adjust it next time we're waiting for the boat to do its boat thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a fishing skill up on a Zafmblug bass. It's a 0.1 skill up. I was not expecting any skill ups, but... Wait. I changed my mind. Before I do the slash fish, you have to do one other thing. I say that. There it is. Celebrate. Ta-da! Alright, I can fish. What is your fishing skill at? On Cyndaquil, it's probably in the 30s, 39, I think. You know, I looked at it last night. It's never one of those things that I memorize. It's just... It's... got room for improvement. I don't even know what dense is. His is in the 90s. I like it in the 90s, because the 90s was... The 90s was a good time to be alive. And another blue tail. Ta-da! And here we're at the end of our tour. Hope to see you again sometime. Let's see, mine's only 10. Luck has nothing to do with this. Let's do craft skill 39. This is just... Well, I'm not going to say sheer dedication. I like to fish. This is like times on the weekend where I'll have like movie going on the side TV over here and fishing going on the main screen over here, and it's like, yeah, life is good. Like, hey man, what you doing? It's like fishing. You gonna do any ambuscade later? Like, no. Well, if you ain't doing any ambuscade, you know, let me know. I'd like to come along. And there we were, back at the Sunset Docks. Ta-da! Alright, I thought there we were. Had to flash for a second. I wonder if the fishing guild is open. I'm poor, I can't really buy bait. This red mage is poor. You get me the mats, I can make you one. Let's see. Blue tails, noble, trilobites. There's the Bibiki Urchins, 3,375. You can actually buy several of them in stacks even. They really, wow. They don't have any bait. Cool. So much for that idea. I guess we're stuck with what we got. I mean, that's not true. You can actually take a blue tail, you can slice it, and then get sliced blue tail, and you can use that as bait. Did you still play any games while you were gone? Kinda. I don't know if you count mobile games as games. Some people do, some don't. I actually got quite a bit caught up on Final Fantasy Mobius, or what I feel is caught up. I reached the point in the game where it's like, you really need to start spending money to progress further. Like real money, as opposed to in-game money. And made it a little bit progress into Final Fantasy Record Keeper, although I've pretty much done everything I want to do with that game, but... you know. But no, I would log into Star Trek Online every day since I have my Xbox One in the bedroom. And... basically just go through the motions of logging in every day to my characters and changing or refining as much dilithium ore as I could before passing out, which typically only took about 30 minutes because that was really dull. The next thing I know, the alarm clock's going off, and I realized that I forgot to feed the cat, and it was time to drag my tired ass, my weakened posterior back into work. Where are we going now? I have no idea. Hey, do you sell stuff? Alright, we are en route to Porongogo Rogo Owl thingy. And yeah. Apparently I'm getting a lot of text messages tonight. Because I'm popular. Wow. Speaking of Star Trek, so I just got a text message from a buddy. On my lunch break, I had this unhealthy urge to troll the Star Trek Online community. They have this starter ship. It's called the Oberth class. It was basically a science vessel. They had it in Star Trek 3. Even with shields up, a torpedo took it out in one shot. Next Generation, they had a lot of Oberth classes. Typically, the Oberth science vessel was the red shirt of the Next Generation, where it's like, hey, we got a Oberth class. This ship is going to explode before the end of the episode. The reason they would always explode was because they were made of a special material called explodium. Anyhow, long story short, it's a starter ship. It never gets upgraded. I mean, they even retired it in Next Generation because it was so bad. That being said, I wanted to get one, put top grade gear into every single slot. It doesn't have a lot of slots, but in every slot that I could, and then take it to go fight the Borg and watch it explode. And it would have been awesome. And I had to share that with one of my drinking buddies. I guess that was him responding to a wonderful idea. Started playing on one of the more popular private servers. So much fun. Feels like 2005 again. Wow. Community is amazing and around 700. Nice. Wonder what the lag is like. Hopefully the lag's not that bad. Hopefully there's no lag. I don't know. I figure one day we will try out the private servers. But I also figure we'll probably end up doing the private servers when, you know, the official servers go kaput. In the meantime, and then we'll have all the time in the world for the private servers. In the meantime, let's try and enjoy as much official content as we can. Well, we can. That and I just really don't want to start over. I'm going to move my character to the front of the boat. What did we get before? Tuna! Tunas don't stack. Oh, goodness. So we're going to run out of space again. And we still got a little bit of space. Should be enough. Fish! Notice we haven't gotten any Krakens since Lenos did his Kraken joke. That's Square Enix trolling with Lenos. I can't really tell if the resolution on those rocks is like really, really good or not. I mean, from a distance, they look pretty cool. I know as soon as you zoom in on it, it's like not gonna look very cool at all. I got a noble lady. We're so noble stuff. And another skill up. Oh my goodness. But yeah, release. Excuse me. Release the Kraken. What? Does Beastmaster get a Kraken jug pet that we can like unleash and send out to slaughter our minions? Alright, as a minion to send out and slaughter our enemies? Probably not. Wouldn't it be cool if we did? Oh, speaking of which. Oh. Got a lively one. Square Enix and Lanos. They're working together. Forces aligned against me. It never gets old. I mean, it should get old. It really, really, really should. But, oh well. Fish. We have to use this power for good. And so, like, now we just need, you know, to fish up some ancient currency, you know. Great, but will there, when the servers die, hopefully that's not for a while. It's Square Enix. Do they ever give up on anything? Don't say Final Fantasy 13. It was like the exact opposite of giving up. I was like, should let that go. Like, no, we're bringing it back from the dead, man. Just when you thought Final Fantasy 13 was over. Final Fantasy 13 Part 4. The Return. Like, no! Was trying to fall asleep last night and watched a 13 video. It was a retrospective. And I think the sub caption was it really that bad? And the guy was going into the development of it and talking about how they were planning on this and they wanted to do this and that and all this other fun stuff and how it just fell apart. And that how they couldn't do towns in HD because they just didn't have the resources for it and everything like that. But I said what really did it in for most players was the combat. And how just 99% of everything that you did was combat. But yeah, 13 had already been announced as a trilogy before it was finished, though. So it's kind of funny. People thought it was odd to be one. Well, it was a different trilogy, if I remember correctly. They were talking about the. I mean, it was going to be part. This is how I remember it. This is like 2006. So Final Fantasy 15, or what we know now as Final Fantasy 15, was supposed to be part of this Fabulum Crystallum, I think is what they deemed it as. Type 0 was also supposed to be the thing. But we got a Lancet, or Lancet, Jaggle, stuff, fish. Hold on. Holy spell. Holy two. Oh dear. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to swing our sword. This one's not like. This is a notorious monster. It's impossible to gauge? Seriously? We got a cleanly snapped rod. That's not so bad. Bye, Mana Clipper. Huh, that must be like a... I have no idea what that is. Cleanly snapped rod. Is it like something you can repair? No clue. I'm gonna keep... Oh, reprisal! Ah, dang it. That was a misclick. Alright. Catching back up here. It was a rumor it was going to be related to 13 verses, but that was old 15. It's still the Fabulum Crystallum, and no Type O is not associated, except Type 0 does have Lassie in it, or is it Falsey, or something? I don't know. I didn't get like past the first 12 hours of a Type 0. I really wanted to. Something about Chocobo murder at the beginning of a game really gets me right there. But the rest of it's just like... You'll know that noise. I would hope you all know that noise. I don't even know what I'm looking for now. Wardrobe 4? Meatballs? Meatball! No. No. Sinky no. Back to this. Slash fish. There we go. It's an odd setting, like Final Fantasy 12 and Tactics. They're in the same world, otherwise not totally related. I wasn't even sure if it was the same world. I thought it was just basically the same mythos, like the same gods, and basically it. Same gods. A rusty bucket? I need more music. And maybe at an angle. Will it let us fish at an angle? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Use some lure instead of war. I don't know. something about Type Zero. It's all like, hey, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna kill all these people, and we're gonna use this one thing that inhibits their magic because, you know, they use magic, and magic's pretty powerful. And we're like, oh yeah, it makes sense. And this other nation, we're gonna go at the same time. We're just gonna drop a bomb on them, an Ultima bomb, and it's like done. Like, why didn't they do that on the other place? Kind of seems like maybe they should have, but I'm sure they're Type Zero. Everyone dies. I mean, do they really die because nobody remembers them after they die? Because that's not even a spoiler, really, so much. That's like introduction to the game. It's all like, hey, guess what? When you die, we don't remember you because I don't even remember why. I think they did explain it, but maybe that was how they got around PTSD. And it's like, if you don't remember your buddy that you left on the battlefield, you're not going to be shook up about it. Kind of makes sense when you think about it that way, but maybe not. Type O is the most bloody Final Fantasy game to date. Next closest is 9. Yeah, that one was pretty bloody. I'm trying to remember who died in 9, other than the rat people. A lot of rat people that died in 9. Actually, there were a lot of... Yeah, now I think about it. What was her name? Princess Garrett. Didn't her castle get blown up at least once or twice? Several times? And her evil stepmother, she blew up. Odin, he liked to blow stuff up. Oh well. Final Fantasy VIII, though. Nobody died in that. 7? I don't think there was any death in 7. Nah. 6? 6. Nobody died in 6. Guja had killed most of the summoners. Garrett's mom died, if I remember correctly, in nearly every summon. Mm-hmm. Final Fantasy X. You can't really say that anybody died in 10 because they never really existed. Is it wrong to do spoilers on stuff like that? But yeah, 8 had a lot of death too. That's right. It was like missiles that they dropped on that one place, and then they all had to like sleep in the basketball court because it was like the basketball court was the only place that wasn't safe. And I was like, why did they stay there? And why didn't they go down to that, you know, orphanage that was like on a tropical isle? That seemed like a really nice place if you're going to spend the rest of your life without any parents. Might as well do it in a tropical isle as opposed to, you know, basketball court, but no well. I wonder if they had given Final Fantasy VIII one more year of development, what it would have been like. It probably wouldn't have been much better. Trabe was destroyed before the game took place, but it was mentioned it was mass murdered and Galbadia and Balom were attacked. Wow. Maybe it has been that long. I don't remember it. All I really remember from Final Fantasy VIII is it Irvine or Irvine? Probably either. He has this, I guess it was like a limit break, where he just likes to pose with his shotgun, and sometimes fire over his shoulder, and then sometimes in front, and then basically striking a pose, smiling at the camera each time, because Irvine, because that's how we would say it in Texas, except, you know, where Dallas, where Texas, where the Dallas Cowboys used to play, that was Irving. They did give Final Fantasy VIII another year of development. It's called 13. He actually has PTSD. Funny that. As do I. Aww. PTSD is not something to joke about. And I apologize if I tried to joke about it earlier. But he started out the game that way. He's like, because he couldn't... He was a sniper, and he had the sniper rifle, but he couldn't shoot the sorceress. No, he could shoot the sorceress. He certainly tried to. Apparently she saw the bullet coming, and was able to put up a force shield that was able to stop a straight shot. kind of nice. I mean, when you think about it, most people wouldn't see the shot coming. Others would try to get the force field up, but wouldn't be strong enough to stop because those things are big. Those are like, what, 50 caliber shells, almost? Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. It's not funny, and no, you're fine. Thank you. But, yeah, he had it. That's why he was so he was reserved. I'm talking about the same character. He almost didn't shoot her, as they mentioned. Yeah, it took a lot of, it took a lot of pep talk from Squall to, this crab is called Grindy Low. It's too weak to be worthwhile. Why would they call a crab Grindy? I know why they would call a crab Grindy in this game, but it's like, whoa. Anyways, Squall wasn't one for pep talks. I think they did it more as a, hey, you're supposed to be the leader. Lead. Address your soldier. It was like Renoa was probably suited to be a better leader than Squall because she knew how to act. Selfie. Probably better leadership material just because, you know, spunky, I guess. And she was also one in the skirt. That can't hurt. Going into battle. Belt pants. Oh, and people was like, when they complain about Final Fantasy games, they complain about the hairstyles. And it was like, you know, that hairstyle is just completely unbelievable. And I'm like, yeah, it is. But that's not the only thing about these games that are unbelievable. Oh no, we're not catching anything. What went wrong? We were doing so good. Grindy Low. That's what happened. I want to watch this, but my roomies keep wanting to work on this roleplay idea, and I cannot follow both. I have to pause this turn. It's okay. I'll still be here. Kitty might wake up when you get back, too. But just in case, happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. You can always chat with me in game. If you need to. Except when I'm, like, not logged in. Shoot. I have to go to a different spot. When's the next boat coming back? I thought this was going to be more... We still haven't gotten the Bibiki Urchin, have we? 17 minutes. You think we're going to run out of inventory space before then? Yeah, I think so. It's okay. We'll have a warp ring ready to go here in a little bit. Not that I've done the math. If I was to do the math, it would be something along the lines of how long would it take to get one Bibiki Urchin? I would guess you'd probably average about one every 3 hours. Seriously, hit the button. I'm also having lag issues again tonight. Big, massive spike. Not good spike, a bad spike. It was like at 2,000 kilobytes per second, then it dropped to 618 kilobytes. Waiting for it to come back up. Come on, you can do it, Twitch. I've got faith in you. I don't know why I've got faith in Twitch. Spectrum and Time Warner I don't have faith in. Connection stuff used to be so good. Then it's like Friday night happened, and it's just been not good ever since. Almost makes me want to go back to dial-up. We got another Grindy Low. Let's see if we can just go ahead and blow this guy up. Another Holy Spell. Alright, let's try that again. Another Holy Spell. There we go. Another Rock Salt. Go back to your slash fish. Ta-da! What I need is to move that Holy Spell button onto the same line of what I got here so I don't have to worry about going up and down and stuff, but I'm going to have to decide which macro I want to delete. And anybody that knows me knows don't delete macros. Not without a lot of thought. Because I might need that someday. Let's figure that out. Looking for macros, right? Yep. Alright, so anyway, holy button, copy that. Go back here. This is where we keep our last synth, fishing, harvesting, mining, logging, digging, coffering, pop star, because you definitely can't go into battle without a pop star macro. Skill up. Knights of the Realm, BCNM. What's in the BCNM? Oh, those are just... I know what I'm getting rid of now. Right, go back. And paste. There we go. I got a holy macro. Fish. Back here. So the BCNM macro is just basically trust NPCs. Be all like, hey, trust, let's go and let's go make some money. And that's basically it. You don't have to worry about which ones you're bringing in. I think I saw Ayame in there, and that would be, if I remember correctly, she would be used to open a skill chain. I would probably close it, and then we would probably have Shantoto just finish it off. You know, that's how we do everything in this game. Magic Burst, skill chain, damage. Every now and then we would get Lanos to close instead of a Cyndaquil or Ayame. And unfortunately, whenever that happens, Lanos usually starts tanking. I guess it depends on the mob, but most of the time he would start tanking. And I'll just be like, alright, man, you got this. I'll get hate back when you die. Oh, look, he died. So sad. Should have done the mana clip. Even though it takes so long to come back and pick me up. Now, that's the reason why to do it. Not that I don't mind the music of the fishing music, but it's like so infrequent, and then the stuff that we do fish up is like takes such a short time to actually get rid of all the stamina. Can you imagine doing this on Dent? He would just walk out here, look, gaze upon the water, and then the fish would just run out of stamina and they float up to the surface. That's how weak they are. I'm not trying to say that Dent's like super powerful, super fisherman person. But he's got more than double the skills of Cyndaquil. These things are not that hard. Ish. Maybe. I don't know. At least the water looks pretty. I wonder if you get to like ever break out of the deal. Uh-oh. Speaking of breaking out of the deal, we just ran out of inventory space. Sad face. Alright, let's warp out. That button. I'm gonna clear up some inventory space. I think we'll also pick up some light crystals and lightning crystals. Yeah. We'll do this. We'll do the planning that we should have done ahead of time. I guess we could also check the Gawi box, see if we won anything today. Watch it be a Bibiki Urchin. And we can teleport right back here, like we never missed anything. Well, Zep will probably miss something. Where do I want to go for this? Selling of stuffs. Let's go to Bastock Mines. That should everything we need. Traveling to Bastock Mines Mog House. Yep. I didn't take a quick glance at how much gil I had on me. It didn't look like that much. I say that much. It looked like it was less than a mil. Which probably makes sense. I was probably buying... Well, last time I looked at gil, I was probably purchasing, what do you call them? Those 10,000 thingies that you need for something. Oh, I can't remember that. Ah! Tip of my tongue. It'll come back. That thing that Lano's finished. It's all that stuff. And stuffs. Dagger. Burt King. Ah! Alexandrite. I remembered because I had to close my eyes. Don't know why I remember. So I'm going to trade this time an Odious Grenade because goblins like grenades. And you're going to, like, give it to the box, and the box is going to go boom and be all like, surprise! Stuff. Give me stuff. What do we want? Open the box and profit. Let's do dial number 5. 50 tally. Something special. Could be anything. Absolutely anything. Like a square of dull leather. It's quite literally anything. Should be fine. There might be a player that still needs a square of dull leather to finish their gobby bag. Yeah. I could probably also just NPC it. It'll be faster. Just that! Happy Tuesday. You caught us in between fishing. We ran out of inventory space. Let's see. That I don't need. So we're gonna sell it. Both of them. Zaphomog Bass. Even though I got a skill up on one of them, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them. Cobalt Jellyfish I'll hold on to. Tunas definitely hold on to. Noble Ladies. Sure. Scroller Fresh. Scroll of Gil. Bow Requiem number 6. More Gil. Bow Requiem. These aren't EX rare? I guess not. Scroll of Knight's Min number 4. Gil. Shining Fantasia. Gil. Goddess Himmis. More Gil. Oh, it's my internet connection just going slow. Square Enix should double inventory space. Just say. Actually, what they should do is just get a different system. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whatever 11 times 80 is, 880 inventory slots that we have access to. Some of which you have to be in your Mog House to be able to access. Some of which you can just have on you at any time. Yeah. Anybody that remembers playing this game back in 2005 would tell you 880 slots is more than enough space. Other folks feel like could use more space. I'm one of those folks. We could definitely use more space. What would we do? I mean, 880 slots, you multiply that times 2, and that's like... I mean, that easily over to 1,000, over 1,500 inventory slots. I don't know what I would do with that. I'd fill it up with fish. Probably. Oh, I'm gonna save the tunas. And pungent powder. Wait, Dent is vendoring stuff he could craft with? Hush you. Don't you judge me. Raiders Boomerang. Menji Shuriken. There we go. Let's sell those. Rusty Subligars. Definitely holding on to those. All those shoes. It's the reason why we keep playing the game. For the shoes. Sheepskin. Hold on to. Phantom Kelp. Nope. Getting rid of that. Goodbye. Thinking about it. No. Maybe. Damascene Cloth. It's actually quite a bit of gil. Sometimes you find these things go for like 4,800 on the auction house. Because there is a player, if you can call him a player. There's this dude that actually buys stuff on the auction house that's you can turn around and vendor it for more, and that's how he makes his money. And I'm not saying that's necessarily wrong, but there we go. Clean snap rod. This fast water fishing rod has been snapped perfectly into almost 2 perfectly. 520. I'm going to hold on to this one for just a moment. Just might have a little bit of fun with it later. Let's go to the auction house. So the auction house doubles up as inventory. 7 more inventory slots. Auction house could probably benefit from having 800 slots on their sell status. Oh, only half my junk sold. Apex sells sold, surprisingly. Alright, sell that. And how much do tunas go for? That's more than what I was expecting them for. Alright, I'm just gonna do that number because I'm sure somebody else already did. Oops, went too far. Tunas? Tuna. Where did tuna go? Has anybody ever accidentally ate a Goo-Goo tuna that you were trying to like resort your inventory or something, and it's all like, oh no, I wasn't supposed to eat that. Like, there's got to be some fish that, you know, sold for like 30,000 back in the good old days. You're like, oh no. Well, that was expensive. There's one thing I never really had to worry about Dent was since he was human, he would never eat a raw fish. Sushi, he had no problem with. But, you know, unprepared raw fish, on the other hand, problems. I'm sure there were reasons why. Alright, so next part is going to be pick up some lightning crystals. And we're going to go to items. We're looking for pungent powder. In all the wrong spot. There we go. Pungent powder. You're alive! I am alive. Hello, Whoosh. This is like my favorite funny looking baby animal thingy. If only the lighting was better. This is going to be one of those, what are they called? What are they called? What are they called? Things with the big giant tusks. Buggards! A baby buggard. Because reasons. Glad to see you. Okay, thank you. Been forever. It's been a few months. I wasn't even getting into... actually, no. I logged into the game once for the Mog Bonanza. Had to get some sheet music. But, yeah, other than that, it's been a lot of time in bed. But we're doing better. Trying to do better. Doing better than the internet tonight. My goodness, the internet's bad. Did you see the mini Migo Mithra minion they added to Final Fantasy XIV? No. Please tell me you have a link. I want to open the link and take a look. Mini Migo Mithra minion. Migo Mithra. 5 M's. Wow. Oh no. Why is it that you can't open doors in this game while in costume? If there's anybody on Quetzalcoatl right now that can come by and open up the door for me, I'd appreciate that. Opening link in a new win. Wow. That's very chibi. She looks so angry. How do I get back to my other screen? Let's see, minimize that. There we go, there we go. Give me 3 minutes and I can log. It's okay, Nate. I can easily take off the costume just like that. See, there we go. Because I'll still need to drop the costume to talk to the crystal vendor. Almost said Taru. Moogle! Because, you know. Moogle. And I need to trade you some fire. Apparently not that many. Is this not how this works? Oh. Had to stop and think about it. Had to wait for the signal to go through Time Warner to get to Japan. Then Japan be all like, alright, send it back to him. Signal, that is. She replaced my Tonberry minion I used to always have. Those are like pets, right? In Final Fantasy XIV. Little vanity pets. I think I had one. I don't remember what it was. Wait, it's coming back to me. I think it was the Warrior of Light. I think. Maybe. Might have been a cat. I don't know. I want crystals returned to me. Like, light crystals. Apparently you don't have that many light crystals. A specific number, like 144. Can do that. Vanity pets only. And then lightning crystals. So let's do crystals return to me. Lightning. Specific number 144. There we go. Black Paw. I'm a Final Fantasy XIV player that's been watching your streams for months now. Thank you. How's life in Final Fantasy XIV? You got an expansion not too long ago. You already had monks in the game, so I can't imagine what else they need to add to it. And a lot of Fortnite as of late. I was talking to... You got the door for me. So cool. Hit the trade button. I've got pungent powder for you. See, I think I do. There it is. 1 pungent powder for you. Okay, use melee. I don't have the inventory space for this, you know. And we're gonna click this. Click that. Let's see what randomly, magically. Oh, my kitty's still bigger than this. Mirror. It's baby. These would be corals, wouldn't they? It would be like little tabbies. I kind of like how we both have stars over our heads because, you know, it's just perfect that way. All right, those are going back. Items. Got 6, 7 out of 8. We can make. Oh, actually, now I know exactly what we can do to improve that. All right. Back to the fishing. This lady's mama used to run just like this. She was seriously overweight. Called her Salwin, or Mama Cat, or whatever you want. She would hop like Pepe Le Pew. It was, you know, like some cats walk, some cats run, some cats just, you know, like to have fun. Definitely is one of the having fun kind of movements. High quality buffalo horn you can stick on the action house sometime. Now I think once I clean up quite a few of these rusty items, I'll have like a ton of space, so it shouldn't be too bad. What's the 3-star on top of the name? So that is a throwback to Final Fantasy 3. Keep it down out there. Sorry. And it's hardly funny. It just basically means that you mastered the job, or whatever particular job you're on. He was on Thief, he's got Thief mastered. I'm on Paladin, I've got Paladin mastered. And that just means that we spent a lot of time grinding those particular jobs. And I had some fun doing it too. I'm actually working on Beast, or I was working on Beastmaster as for the next one. I forgot where the home point crystals were. I'm gonna have to take off the kitty photo, but I'm not. This is true. You can't be in a costume without glowy stuff. That's just. There's got to be a fix for that. Not sure what that fix would be, but there has to be one. Traveling to another home point, we're gonna do current region once again. Markets. Exit with a yes. Similar to merit points, but only obtained on the job you're on at that time. In which case, they're nothing like merit points. And I don't even think that you can spend them on anything other than upgrading your job. It's like merit points nowadays, you can use merit points to purchase key items to get into some Burning Circle Notorious Monster fights. It's like Kindred Seals. Who needs Kindred Seals? You just get merit points. You can get them faster too. Unless they added something to Pass Your Lunch, which I didn't read in the notes. But I would think eventually we're going to be able to use our bonus job points to do bonus stuff with. Let's do teleportation once again. We're looking for the Tebnazia stuff. Bibiki Bay. Yep. Hiccup. Apologize. But yeah, Final Fantasy 3, when you finish doing everything that you could on a job, as far as the status menu, if I remember correctly, normally it would say like what level that particular job was on that particular character, and then when he had it all completed, it would just have 3 stars over it to let you know. And then I guess the plan was to have 3 stars over every single job in the game on each character, but I'm sure somebody did it. I didn't do it. When's the next boat arriving? Noah? Nah. Kitty. Final Fantasy 3 was the first real job-centric Final Fantasy game, if I recall. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know that when we first started the stars in here. I think it was just random watching videos on YouTube, and I noticed that one day, and I was like, oh! All right, 24 minutes in Earth time. Oh my goodness, you're gonna be here for a bit. Let's blow up some shoes. All right. So first you get out your lightning clusters. I'm sorry, your light clusters. Because before you can blow up shoes, you have to make shoes. Got to get the rust off. So take that, click that. Get ready for last synth. This would be a great time to go make a sandwich. It's also kind of pretty when, well, thanks, she's so short you can't see the whole effect. That's a little upsetting, but hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you bronze leggings. Let's see what else we can get. Last synth. Should get a bunch of bronze leggings this way. Should. Probably won't. But we're going to face north for the cleaning off the rust. We're also going to take care of those sublagars. And then after that, we'll turn around, face south, and then we'll see if we can like turn it into crafting materials. And then let's see if we can like turn it into something else, like, oh, I don't know, maybe a bed. Nothing more fun than making a bed out of rusty shoes and underwear that you fished up from the bottom of the ocean. I wonder if Martha Stewart would put that in her magazine. Does Martha Stewart still have a magazine? Do they still make magazines? Or is it all done to like the iPad? We're going to live in a day and age when it's like, there's not going to be magazines at the checkout counters anymore. We live in a day and age where there's not going to be checkout counters. Oh, that's scary. It's like, oh my goodness! Wow. +1 footwear. I don't think you can desynth that, can you? Probably stuck with it now. Wasn't even trying. I know, right? Oh, you know, you've been doing this too long when... Oh, no. Really? Really? Alright. Anybody need any bronze legging +1s? You can desynth +1, no worries. Oh, good. Good. Except it'll probably explode and you'll lose all your materials. And you're like, no! It was just like that blue tail innocent before its time. It kind of loses the appeal when it's like, you know, a high quality. If you get it like once every 30 cents, something special, something to be proud of, something to cherish, something to say, I really wish I used a one of those high quality crystals so I could sign my name to this. Oh well, maybe next time. But when you just like start getting 2 or 3 of them in a row, you know. I guess it's kind of like sitting down, watching something on Netflix, episode after episode and after episode, what do they call it? Binge watching? Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's great when it happens, but lasting effect, it totally messes it up. But maybe that's just me. It's usually just me. That being said, light crystal, time to use it on the underwear. Let's go over here. Clean those up. Assuming your favorite jobs are Paladin and Monk, I think they are. What would be your third favorite? That's a good question. I mean, normally I would go with Thief. Thief is fun. Thief comes with the flea. That's always fun. Thief is a lot like Monk, how it used to be, except with daggers. First time I made a domo was too good for someone at high quality to an aristocrat's tunic. I was glad they used a signing crystal. And then you're like, red dot, disappearing. You're like, dude, I need my tunic. You're like, hi. Time to change servers. That was bad. Nobody should ever do that. But I'll have to get out the menu like I did last night, just to look over all the jobs, make sure there isn't anything that I missed. It's like, you would think Beastmaster would be on the... Wow, +1 underwear. Would be on the list, but... Yeah, you know what? Thief was highly sought after back in the day, because we didn't understand how Treasure Hunter worked. It was like, just throw more Treasure Hunter at it. Let's see. Status, job levels. Let's see what we got. Warrior. Warrior's fine, but I don't like it. Monk. Monk's good. White mage. Black mage. Red mage. Thief. Paladin. Paladin serves a purpose. I mean, I spent a lot of time studying it, and I am satisfied with where my paladin is. Could do better. Dragoon, on the other hand, Dragoon was fun. Blue mage. I'm not satisfied with my blue mage. Dancer, not satisfied with some other stuff, but I can't see it right now. Corsair's on there. I'm gonna have to go with Thief. Puppet Master. I really want to be enjoying my Puppet Master, but I don't know what I'm doing on Pup. And that's a problem. Alright, time to blow some stuff up. Let's start with the underwear. Right? Yeah. Broad Subligar. Goodbye. What do you think we're gonna get? Ingot? How do you get a bronze ingot out of a piece of underwear? It's like, well, it's got metal buckles on it and stuff. I'm like, yes, but ingots come in a particular set. Wow. Just like that. Let's see if we can do it again. This time with a +1. You think maybe you get 2 ingots out of it? I don't think so either. Come on, you can do it. I've got faith in you. Everybody think positive thoughts. Unicorns, rainbows. Who thought of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? Who did it? Lanos. It was you, wasn't it, Lanos? Ugh. Joy kill. Oh my goodness. +1 underwear. God. Alright. That's fine. I'm moving on to the shoes. I know, I'm not facing south. That's what the problem was. Alright. It's not Lanos' fault. Not this time. Okay, that time it was. Totally. Alright, now we're facing south. Ish. I think. Yeah, it's south. Somebody once said that it really doesn't matter what direction you face as far as the compass goes when it comes to synthing and desynthing. I think it might have even been somebody at Square Enix. They're like, we did the math, didn't compute. And it used to be that we just didn't think our sample size was large enough. But, you know, last 2 cents facing north, didn't get anything. You turn around, face south, you get 2 bronze ingots. So I just say, math. Who needs it? You know, proof right there. Turn around, you hit the button, you get high quality desynth. The devs did an AMA on Reddit a couple years ago. Said it was a myth. They're lying. Look at that. Another high quality desynth. Just turn. All I did was I turned my character around. Faced a different direction. Guarantee you right now, I turn around face north, it explodes. I can't guarantee that. But I'm not going to waste my crystals. Somebody's not thinking unicorns and rainbows right now. Can't blame it on the kitty. She's asleep. Lord only knows what she's thinking about. It's Totoro. Totoro was not thinking unicorns. I don't know if Totoro's ever, even seen a unicorn. I have to think one. Somebody called this guy the God of Death once. I think it was on YouTube. But, yeah. Black Poe, was it you? Oh, no. It's all so bad. Oh, well. Shifu Bay, thank you for the link. How much is a subscription? For Final Fantasy 11? I want to say $12-ish, maybe. Wow. We're like, all right, let's go face north. But yeah, I played the 5th. It was actually last year. Wow. It wasn't that long ago. It seemed like it might have been longer than that. I'm gonna open this into a new tab so I can read it later. Why is the game being this way? What? I just want to take apart some shoes into, like, you know, into their elemental properties. Rearrange it. Mad scientist stuff. I got the goggles. 11.95 for activation plus 1 per character. You don't. You would think that you would get that character with the initial 11.95 activation. I would think that. I don't know why I would think that. Just common sense, which doesn't apply to this reality. Okay. Apparently we cannot blow up any more shoes. Plus 1. Let's go to the regular shoes. I keep thinking that one line towards the end of Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was in a song. Because it's all for the shoes. That entire movie. It's for the shoes. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Moby Dick, that was all about the shoes as well. Should totally reread that book, now that I know that. There's a whole reason why Ahab had to go get his whale. For the shoes. No! Come on. Quit blowing up. Like pieces of crystal shard all over the docks. People gonna be walking around, it's gonna be like static electricity, electrical shocks. Danger. Yeah, maybe not. Arrgh. Somebody is not thinking rainbows. Alright, somebody think rainbow. I'm gonna go over here. I'm not gonna hit any buttons. It's all doing it all on its own. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. No, now I'm thinking about that unicorn and rainbow that was in the Gears of War game. Not the same thing. It was like very painful rainbow. Poor unicorn. Was it Gears of War? I think it was. People that don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably Google it. Probably not safe for work. It might be safe for work. Your coworkers might look at you thinking, it's like it's an older game. Probably from the Xbox 360 days. So this is what one can do with rusty items and stuff. I know what you're talking about. Have you been keeping up with a high definition FF11 project? No, it was mentioned to me for the first time yesterday. And there's like apparently a YouTube guide on how to take care of it. I'm not gonna say that I'm not interested, because I am interested. I just don't know how I would feel about it. You know, like it's Final Fantasy 11, but it's in high quality, and be like, I mean, I think playing Final Fantasy 11 on the PC is about as high quality as we need, but fish. Here we go. I hit the wrong macro. That's what happened. But at the same time, it's like you play Skyrim on the PC the way it came out, and then you play Skyrim with high definition map textures and everything that players came out with. Oh my god, what was it, like maybe a year or two after the game came out? It's like it's not the same. It's like so beautiful. If you ever need, thank you. I guess I'll open this into another tab as well. Open, open, open. So those of y'all just showing up and are like, what is he doing tonight? And it's like, it's a good question. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. No, we're trying to get one Bibiki Urchin. 12 would be nice. But just take one. FF11 is a very good looking game for an MMO that came out in 2002. Thank you. I agree. But you could say that about so many Square Enix titles, because they... What did one of the developers say? That it's like Square Enix has this unhealthy addiction to graphics, where it's all like, we're a role-playing game, or we make role-playing games. It's like, no, we want to make movies out of role-playing games. Oh, but I don't know. Context, WoW came out a year later, but I still have a soft spot for FF11. That and World of Warcraft, don't they come out with like graphical upgrades every other expansion? It's like they always seem to have new textures for water and fire, but maybe not. So the AMA Reddit, has there been producer response since? I have no idea. Milan Games, oh, I said that right. Happy Tuesday. Anybody else that I might have missed? Shifu Beta, I probably forgot to say Happy Tuesday to you. Just in case. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday twice. I was going to say, WoW and Vanilla arguably looked marginally worse graphically than 11. That and it had so much clipping issues. It's like, scary stuff. They continue to update their engine every year. Obviously, looks pretty low a days for a 14-year-old game because of the update stuff. Not bad. One thing that Blizzard I always thought did well was their cinematics for the launch titles. I mean, you look at some of the cinematics for Final Fantasy XI, especially like Wings of the Goddess. That was about as good of a trailer for an expansion as you could get in this game. I thought. Personal opinion. Everyone has their own favorites. But sure. It was no Burning Legion launch trailer. It was no Wrath of the Lich. Oh my goodness. Cataclysm. Yeah, Blizzard knows how to do some pretty good trailers. But, you know, Square Enix, they just do everything else better. Well, not everything else, but a lot of stuff. WoW still looks too toonish to me. Get used to it. That's another game that could probably use more inventory space. I think that's the main reason why I never went back to WoW. So, like, because I was, like, maxed out inventory for all my clothes. I have a lot of clothes. FF11 devs do a YouTube AMA almost every month, but it's in Japanese. Not an impossible language to learn. But yeah, the tuners visuals age a lot better though. But the devs like using that art style. Well, it's also, isn't that art style a throwback to the Warcraft games? Because that's kind of how they looked. They never really went with a realistic, per se. And has some charm to it. But yeah. Blizzard has an entirely separate department just for cinematics. I think I have a DVD which is just the cinematics for Blizzard stuff. Given it's probably 10 years old now. It's on DVD. Warcraft games did have the same words. Yeah, see? So they're sticklers. Sticking with the theme. I can respect that. Knowing that. But, I don't know. It's not about the graphics. It's about the fidelity. I don't know. I mean, I still got my Dreamcast sitting out. I still want to stream Shenmue 1 and 2. But I'm not satisfied with my setup. There is an upscaler box that I got my eye on. It's currently sold out. They're supposed to be getting some more in later next week. I'm going to see if I can get myself one of those. Getting FF15 on PC tonight. Ooh! Congrats. I could not get into 15 on the Xbox. Try as I might. It could have been simply... I just simply wanted to play other games. Final Fantasy 15 showed up in my life at a not so great time. I'll just say that. But... it's not going to be the first Final Fantasy game that I did not finish. It may... I don't know. I certainly spent enough money on it to get it. Because we had to get that... Which one did we get, Lanos? Was it the Collector's Edition or the limited... At least it started out limited and then they like made a bunch more. Sold out in like 45 minutes or something. PC is just good enough to play it at decent graphics settings. Square Enix really knows how to melt the eyes. I think what I need to do is get a new display. I'm still running the same old 1080p whatever It's not a 4K display. I think what I should do is get a 4K display because my PC can definitely handle that. Although I'm thinking, and this is just silliness, but one of those like super long, wide screens, because I got the desk space for it, but I just don't know what I would do with that. Other than, you know, show it off to the ladies. They'd be like, nice, long screen. You're not overcompensating for anything, are you? Like, oh, that wasn't family friendly. I apologize. Not that I bring the ladies over or anything. Not with Totoro hanging around. Miss Kitty. All the other fun stuff. I need furniture for that. Got like all the furniture in the house right here in front of the camera. But yeah. Speaking of those ultra wide monitors for something. You know what I'm talking about. You have to imagine it's probably just more for like demo purposes and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, do I want to spend $7,000 on a nice one just so that I can watch a movie? No, I don't. Not 7,000. I'm not even sure 700. But just gotta wait. Someone's gonna have a sale going on soon. Buy it when it's on sale. Not the Black Friday sales. It'll sell chunk when that happens. Quite literally. Oh well. I don't even know if I've gotten an urchin yet. That's how little I've been paying attention. This feels like something odd. Item? Oh, a rusty cap. Haven't got any caps tonight. Those, I think, can turn into an iron ingot if you desynth them properly. I think. A lot of buckets. That's my second rusty cap tonight. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't get any urchins earlier. Mobility, calamari, matcap, moat carp, crackers. Okay, I don't see any. Slash fish. Don't sneeze. Allergy time in Texas. We got a lot of rain during the winter. So everything's all nice and green, pinkish, but prettiest. Oh, it is the first day of spring too, isn't it? Happy first day of spring, everybody. 100-degree days are just around the corner. That's why we got air conditioning. I hope the air conditioning still works. I don't know. I mean, I don't like it when it's cold, but I really like my winter wardrobe. You know, sweaters and leather jackets and all the really neat looking outfits. I mean, summer outfits, it's like, yeah, maybe if I had the body for a tank top and shorts, that'd be one thing. I don't. So that's probably the reason why I don't like summer, or the sun, or the beach, or anything to do with that. Poolside. I'm in the northern Midwest. What are these 100-degree days you speak of? So, down here in Texas, North Dallas, be more precise, we typically get humidity in the 70 to 80% range, which makes stuff kind of sticky. And typically by the month of July, we start hitting multiple 100-degree days, one after another after another. You add the humidity into it, which we call a heat index, and that's when it actually starts going over 100. It feels like 110 plus degrees. If you've got air conditioning, it's not that bad. If you just keep the air conditioning blowing full time, then you're going to be comfortable. It takes a lot of the humidity out of the air. If you don't, then yeah, you're miserable. It kills people. It's that miserable. Get ready to slash fish. Lady Blue! Happy first day of spring. Let it snow. Oh, was it? I don't remember if it was last year, maybe the year before. It was around the beginning of winter, and it was like, I think it must have been Minnie took a photo of his backyard. It was like covered in snow because it was up in Maine at the time, and then somebody else did a photo of her backyard. I think she was in Missouri. And then I think Lenos took a photo of his, and it was all because he's up in Washington, so it was all cold and snowy, and I'm down here in Texas. So I don't actually have photos of my backyard because I don't have a backyard. So I just did a Google image search for this family that was having a barbecue in their backyard. It was all perfect weather and sunny, and the guy even had his little chef's hat on, and I just did that into the same deal, and everybody was just like, Jed's really a jerk, but he's not streaming. It's gotta be true, I really am. Show me some fall leaves, and I'm happy. I hear that was like the best part of Memphis, was the fall. That was also the one season that we didn't live there. Oh well. It's only 14 hours away. I suppose I could drive back for a week and enjoy the prettiest season there. Maybe like 6 months away from now. Maybe I should go ahead and request that off. It'll be like my third trip to Memphis in the past 3 years. Although the last 2 times we really didn't stay there. I don't know. Got other things to worry about. Like finishing Burt game. Should definitely be focused on that. Alright. Now we're back on the Manna Clipper. Alright, we got Ergonauts, we got Klutz, we got stuff on the deck. I don't remember if any of this stuff would aggro back in the good old days. Probably. But oh well. Let's see, let's try this angle for let's go this angle. See if it'll let me. Sometimes it'll let you fish from here. Sometimes it won't. This seems to be one of those times. It's like, the water looks okay if you don't look at it. If you look directly at the water animation, you're like, I used to know what they're trying to do. Some games, it's all like, that's water. Other games, you're like, wow, that's... Water's not that... Water doesn't look like that in my neighborhood. Water don't look like this in my neighborhood either. Oh well. Gulf of Mexico is what most Texans have to experience. And while it has its own particular charm to it, I ain't swimming in it. It's my personal preference. But yeah. How you doing, my kitty? Gonna wake up? She's gonna chew on me later. You didn't catch anything. Dang it. We're never gonna get a Bibiki Urchin at this rate. Let's change out lures again. Let's go to a warm lure. It might be better. Watch it be like the very first thing we get. Alright! Now we know. We'll probably never ever get one after that ever again. But I'm hoping get at least one before the stream ends. Otherwise, I'll just change the title to Bibiki Urchin is a Myth. Actually, I might do that anyways. While I'm thinking about it, because I'll forget about it later. So, tab. Bibiki Urchin. It's just like a spoon. There is no Bibiki Urchin. Urchin. Should capitalize the S in spoon, right? Yeah. There we go. Alright, go back full screen mode. Full. There we go. Tab. If you're gonna fish, get a DualShock controller. I'm not gonna explain why. It's just one of those things. Once you get it, and you fish with it, you're like, this is how this game was always meant to be done. This is why Dent enjoys fishing as much as he does. And that's not really the reason. The reason was because I was on Monk most of my career. And that was basically the only crafting thing that we could do back in the good old days. Had some good times on this ride, right? I mean, where else in the game do you get to see dolphins? in whirlpools and krakens and fish. Those little red jelly-looking thingies over there. You know, that and it's like nobody came out here, like, unless they were doing the Chains of Hermathia missions and stuff. See, dolphins. See, I said that. Now they're like all shy. Oh, there they come again. Every now and then, too, they got some really big... Although I think... Actually, no, now that I think about it, the humpback whales, that might be on the Silver Sea route to El Zabi. Yeah. Date night. Trying to remember if I ever had any dates in the game. I don't think I did. Not in game. Maybe. Maybe not. There were plenty of times it's all like, hey, I'm gonna go down and do a Burning Circle Notorious monster fight. It's Friday night, what else are we gonna do? Like, yeah. Wait. Why did Dad take his pants off? It's like, because it's Friday night. And also, you know, Republic Supplicar, +5 attack. Necessary for certain encounters. This feels like it might be a crab. It might be a kraken. Or a greater pugil. For the record, if I ever encountered something of this size with that many teeth, I would run. And I would just keep running. People would be pointing labs like, oh, look at the guy, he's running away from a fish. And then they would turn around and the fish would eat them. And be all like, don't stop, keep going. Don't have to be faster than the fish, you just have to be faster than the other person. Outrun a fish. It's another reason why not to go into the Gulf of Mexico. Or any of the rivers in North Dallas. Actually, I think it's more Fort Worth. They're the ones that have, I think it's called alligator grawl? I'm not even sure if I pronounced that right. But they look a lot like these fish in this game. And we need more time. It's just not enough time. It's all there is to it, but no, no. I'm gonna send Square Enix an email. It's like, just let us get a 3-hour tour for the Manna Clipper. We'll even pay extra for it. Square Enix viola. You know, we can do that. We're not even gonna charge you for it because it's Final Fantasy 11. And this is all just thank you. All right, let's buy a ticket and multi-ticket. Actually, do want a quick note. Hurry up! Buy a ticket. We don't got that much time. Multi-ticket. Yes. All right. Hurry. Hurry. Keep running. Don't stop. There we go. I mean, if for this last ride, we waited 24 minutes just for the boat to arrive. Now, I'm not saying 24 minutes in an MMO is a ridiculous amount of time. But considering you have like 30 seconds to get on the boat when it shows up, and then you only have 6 minutes of fish time, it's just not enough. I mean, I understand there's going to be players who be like, no, I don't want to spend 3 hours just to go to Porongogo Isle just so I can get this cutscene so I can continue with Chains of Hermathia. I get that. But considering they've got certain sea routes where it's just a tour, they're going around in a circle, they're going to come right on back. And there's only particular fish that you only get in particular spots of that particular tour. Which, when you think about it, wow. A lot of thought. But then again, yeah. Just got back, for 21 minutes on a boat, and we're talking about Nashmal ride. Could be. I really don't like that ride. There's just something icky about the fish that you fish up on the way to Nashmouth. But welcome back. I know what's icky about it. The very first time that I pulled up a really big monster, a notorious monster, was on the Nashmouth ride. And it was one of those big, giant things from the bottom of the deep with the two little glowy things that likes to charm you. And it tried to eat me. It was going to eat me. If I wasn't with friends that day, I would have been eaten. I asked if we were talking about Nashmouth. No. But, you know me. I like getting off on tangents. That was on the ride at Nashmouth. Maida was there, fortunately. And I was like, Maida! Help! Potentially use his 100 fist. I don't think it's going to be enough. And they're like, just toss me a cure, man. I just need a cure. And he's like, I gotta put my boots back on. And I'm like, oh, no. That boat ride's a really long one. It is a really long one. And there really wasn't any other way to get to Nashmouth at the time, except, what do you call it? The teleporter, I suppose. That could get you there faster. You just had to deal with the imps. The true sat imps. That flew faster than you could run. Yeah. Other than that, you know, it's like, you want to live life dangerously, or you want to take it slow and safe? Slow and safe. When they added crystals, you had to do it again, just to get the home point 2. See, I thought I was going to cheat one time, and I was all like, ooh, I'm just going to go ahead and use my, what do they call it? The back piece, where you can use it and it'll teleport you to the party leader. So I was just like, I'm going to have Dent hanging outside the deal, outside of Nashmouth, and I'll send a little warp to him and be perfect. And it's like, no. Spent all that time getting Dentral out there. It wasn't that much time, but it was some time. Nexus Cape, thank you. I wanted to say Warp Cape, but I knew that wasn't right. And that was the first time that I dealt with Nexus Cape not working properly. But then still going off a cooldown after not working properly. Well done, SE. I think they fixed it, but probably not. It's probably working as intended all along. It's just the only times anybody ever wanted to use the Nexus Cape was in instances that Square Enix didn't want us using it. Which tells me, well, I don't know. Don't you want to be that software engineer at Square Enix wearing a t-shirt going, at least you're not the guy that coded the Nexus Cape. That was me. I should get that t-shirt. That'd be cool. Maybe just a little button. Nexus Cape developer. That should be a title. That should be a title that you get the game. Not a good title. Maybe a bad one. Something bad happens, or you get tossed into jail. You think you get a title when you get tossed into GM jail? That could be cool. If you base that it didn't work, gonna go into Nashmouth, then it worked right. If you read it correctly. Yes, I know. But what percentage of players read the directions? What other purpose? Shit, I work with people that don't even read directions. We read what we want to read. We see what we want to see. Do what we want to do. How's the rest of the song go? Adam's family. That's about it. Didn't work in dungeons, cities, or outside of base and Zilart zones. Yeah. I guess it wouldn't work for Tabnazia either. It would make sense that it wouldn't work for Tabnazia because you needed particular mission clearance to be able to get that far along. I guess it wouldn't work for Sky, although I guess technically Sky could be considered a dungeon, even though they have a conquest flag inside of it. An odd place for a sandbar, don't you think? Was I expected to like turn around and turn out to be a turtle or something? Just use your Tabnazian ring to get to Tabnazia. Yeah, that too. I think I still have all my charges on all my Tabnazian rings. Amnesia is a COP zone. Yep, that HP crystal was easy to get. Yeah, I agree with that. Wow. You know, the water, so clear. It was like, look straight down, and it's like... Of course, you know, if I was in charge of the sailing ship, we would have gotten stuck on that. Wow. You didn't catch anything. Well, there's nothing there. It's just coral. I guess I'm lucky that my Lu Sheng rod didn't get yanked out of my hands. It's like getting caught onto something. Huh. Oh, just like that. All the pretty underwater stuff goes away. Sad face. Here comes the next sad face. We got a jellyfish! Yay, jellyfish. Any moment now, we're probably going to get kicked out of here. Although, I don't even know where we're going now. Are we going around Dalnell's Rock? Whirlpool? Wow. Know how... Well, I don't know if that whirlpool is large enough to damage a boat this size, but... Probably not a good idea to be that close to it. Alright, this is a Kraken. I can feel it. It's all dancing. See? You can tell these things. No idea why you can tell these things, you just can sometimes. Wow. I guess we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. One swing at a time. Wow. I forgot what life was like without haste. Life is a lot slower without the haste spell. Cherish your red mages. I just don't understand. We would still be waiting for the first player to get to level 75 if we had never gotten our first haste. That's not true. There would have probably been at least one person. Oh, it's going to be all monsters now with you. You know, I think I'm going to get a different sword out. Something just a little bit larger. There we go. Yes, you should cherish us. You keep your butts alive and give you puffs. I'm not going to argue with that. Let's see. Nice, big sword. I'll do humility. And then... It's a marker group. Number 2. Sword strap. Sword strap. Alright. And here we are at the end of our tour. I hope to see you again in like 3 minutes. Scholar can't say gives you good haste since they get no haste 2. Don't red mage get like haste 3? Shouldn't they get like haste 3? If not haste 5. They should get haste 5. Make haste 5 a thing, Square Enix. Be all like... It goes so fast you just can't see it. Your character just turns into this blur of pixels. That would be awesome. Wish we got haste 3. What would you do with so much haste? I mean, other than hit the haste cap. So we're at the Sunset Docks. At sunset. Oh, something that happens every day. I wonder if I can fish from here while waiting for the boat to take off. Bet you probably could. Haste +2 plus high temper 2 and haste samba and then marches with 119 joy toy. OMG. Swing so fast. Your arm would get so tired even without marches. It's stupid fast. Yeah. Stupid fun. Wow, my nose is really red. I just noticed that and I was like, wow. Haven't been drinking booze tonight. Maybe when I do, I don't think I get that flushed. I think I do. Just itchy eyes are itchy. So I think we'll do one more round trip with the Mana Clipper, which would be like 2 more trips with it. And we'll probably have to call it quits. Because I don't think we're going to get the Bibiki Urchin tonight. I really want the Bibiki Urchin. I would stick it in my bazaar for like 99 gajillion gil. You know, for that one time. That way I wouldn't accidentally eat it. Or turn it into a sushi. Or pizza. Pizza would be cool. I just gotta keep my head at this angle so this cute kitty stays all nice and cute. Say that. She's gonna wake up within an hour and be like, ah, feed me, human. I'm going on another road trip next week. Brent and I are driving down to South Texas. I'm gonna pick up some furniture, and just gonna be a quick day trip. But I had to pick up a bag of cat food for her, dry food, since the wet food doesn't. Well, since she doesn't like the wet food after it's been sitting out for more than 8 hours, she really likes the dry food. It's just not good for her kidneys, but for a short period of time, it should be all right. Picked it up today. The bag of food is bigger than she is. And we just need it for like 48 hours. So, hopefully it'll stay fresh until the next time we go on a trip. It's better than dragging her with us. Oh my goodness. Imagine this cat in a car for 20 hours. She would tear up my interior. Something terrible. And she wouldn't feel bad about it either. But, oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you fishing skill level 40. Are we capped? Do I need to take a test? Did I already take the test? I bet I already took the test. I love taking tests in this game. No, we're capped! Huh. If only that had been like a Bibiki Urchin that got us up to level 40. Oh well. Only 60 levels go to 100, or 70 levels to go until level 110. Not that taking fishing up to 110 on Cyndaquil is something that I wanted to do, but I don't see why not, because reasons. Because it can be done. You can take fishing up to 110, you can take synergy. I think you can only take synergy up to 100. And then I think you can take one other craft up to 110. Thank you. It'd be one thing if this was like my second highest character's fishing skill, but it's not. I want to say my woodworker has pretty high fishing skill as well, and I think Miniden, my other chef, so Cyndaquil's got like, oh god, should be like the 4th or 5th highest now. I have to check the others, but yeah. Synergy's also 110. Good to know. All our 110 subs go to 70. I can't even get my synergy above level 3. I say that. It's on the list of stuff to do. It's just every time that it seems like it's going to be a synergy night, it's like, we're going to do something else. I just don't know how to make synergy entertaining for 3 hours. I can barely make fishing entertaining for 3 hours. Actually, I don't think it's me. I think it's the zone. It's probably the zone. The music and the other stuff. Technically, they can hit 120, but it stops displaying at 110 for the main crafts that aren't finishing. Well, that's because of gear and mog enhancements and stuff. Fun fact, synergy goes up faster with other people in the party. They have to be working on the synergy at the same time, I would imagine, as well, as opposed to just being in the party, but no, not gear. Not gear. Maybe more enhancements. Maybe not. Authority is a tier for crafts. I have no idea what that means. Except now I'm thinking, you know, Cartman. Authority. Yep. That's where my brain goes. They need to work, but they make it go up more. Okay. So when I get Song of Dent back out, find a way to make it happen. Although I don't know... Well, actually, no, Dent's got pretty decent woodworking. Because the plan was always level up his woodworking along with his fishing, because one day you're going to need to repair your Lu Sheng's rod. He hasn't had to do it yet. That was going to be a first time, though. It's another ghost crab. I guess we're going to send you with the other ghost crabs. One shot! That's what I like to see. Need more one-shots in this game. There's various SU3 gear that needs it. Oh. SU3 would be Superior 3. I had to stop thinking about it for a sec. Pointy fish. No, I haven't gotten any tuna since I swapped out to the warm lure. I should probably fix that. Was it sinking minnow that I was using earlier? And you can get skill ups on the tunas as well. And you get guild for the tunas. Which is more important. It's like every tuna that you get up, that's like one Alexandrite-ish. Maybe. Is my imagination, or is the frame rate of the water at a different rate than the rest of the game? It's probably my imagination. It's just getting to be that time of night. Then it's all like, seems different. What's wrong? Something's wrong. Sinking minnow. / fish. Cheers. It's probably just that spray underneath the boat, or the... What would you call that part of the boat? A wing? An arch? A roll bar? Yeah. The trip's almost over. If you've broken your rod, now would not be a good time to repair it. Maybe. Unless you want to get rid of it. Then it'd be a good time to repair it. Because if you're trying to do any type of item synthesis, whether it be a repair or a desynth or whatever, and you zone while you're in the middle of it, unless they changed it. I've always been too afraid to test it. It's like considered an automatic failure, and you lose all your stuff, which is really bad if it's like a broken Lu Sheng's rod. But back to the blue water. That's funny texture at the top of the water. The Manna Clipper has arrived. And we're going to take the Manna Clipper back to the Sunset Docks. And then we're going to go see if we can take our test. Watch it turn out to be a Bibiki Urchin that we need. That wouldn't be funny, but yeah. Alright, it's going to take off in 1 minute. Cool. So we still have a shot at getting the urchin. Let me go all the way out here. Probably not going to be so lucky. But you never know. And... fish. Because this is about as far away from the docks as one can probably get without breaking the game. Maybe. Probably. Although, I am a little curious. I mean, back in the good old days, you were able to break out of Volcrum Dunes and go walking underneath the water. Get to explore a little bit. I'd really like to see if you could do that again on the PC version, except do it here. Because this looks like it might be entertaining to explore for just a little while. If nothing else, just because of the colors. Wow, that was a fast minute. I guess it's a good thing we didn't fish anything up. We'd have been like in the middle of getting ready to pull it up. And be all like, nope, we're taking off. And like, I can fish while we're disembarking, can I? Like, no. Just like an airplane, you gotta turn your cell phone off. Reasons. Can't land with the, what you call it, your tray down. Pilot's all like, we're trying to land, but the plane's not going down. Somebody got their tray up back there? Old joke. Not even my joke. I don't remember where I read that from. Would it have been George Carlin? Would that have been one of his jokes? Been a while since we watched one of his specials. Definitely not a Robin Williams joke. There would have been quite a bit more added to it. I don't know. Could you imagine being next to Robin Williams on an airplane? That would be entertaining. I hit the /fish button. I was nowhere near the water. That was my mistake. Wow! I didn't notice that until now. You can actually see the docks disappear off into the distance as the boat takes off. That's kind of cool. Does that mean it's part of the same map? No. Maybe. No. I mean, the only way to really test that is to see if you could actually target or see the other players that you might have left behind. But nah, that's probably not how it's going to happen. I just have a fishing macro, so I don't have to type stuff. Exactly! That's how I do it, too. Except I have to type out the fishing macro. I've gotten, well, it used to be you only really had like 4 pieces of gear for your fishing, so you had like just equip item or whatever those particular pieces were, and you have plenty of space in your macro for that. But this being 2018 now, and there's like so much stuff that you can equip for fishing. Sorry. Noisy cars are noisy. We actually use one of the equip macro sets. I've got number 18 slotted just for fishing. I mean, for the fishing command itself. Because, you know, it's like, just type out /fish. Be like, that's too hard. You can also target yourself and select it from the menu. Uh-oh. She woke up for a second. She went back to sleep. Any moment now, she's going to wake up. She'll be all like, time to eat, human. Not eat the human, just time to eat. So you can target yourself, hit that button, go down here, and then hit the fish. It's at the bottom of the list. Don't have to. You don't have to do anything you don't. There's nothing wrong with having the macro, but yeah. I do this /fish. Wait 35 on all lines. That gives you only 35 seconds to complete the fishing minigame. Yay! Jellyfish! I suppose there's nothing wrong with it. But, unless they're fish button. In which case there's something wrong with that. Not so bad. If your fishing skill is high enough, you don't even need to do the minigame. It's like, didn't do the minigame. It just ran out of stamina all on its own. You know why? Because it's a piece of kelp. You know how much stamina seaweed has? Well, let me tell you, it's not very much. Oh no, that timer is for the delay after you catch something. Oh, really? Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? 35 seconds seems a bit much. But... I guess I never thought about it that way. Much like I didn't even notice that. Maybe I didn't even hit the macro. This is going to be our final trip on the Manna Clipper. Last chance at getting our urchin. There's got to be more difficult fish than the Bibiki Urchin, right? And it's not that it's a difficult fish to get, it's just, it's a rare bite. I think. Probably doesn't help that I didn't come out. Wow! Massive whiff. Well done, Cyndaquil. Can you do it 2 in a row? Nope, she hit it that time. Ooh, land crab meat. It's another item that sells for less on the auction house than it does to an NPC vendor. Random crustacean. 30, and you get red text. I tried it at 20, 25, and 30. Kept getting that you must wait longer. Huh. I just have a /wait 1. But that's after I hit the slash fish thing, or before I hit the slash. No, I'll show you my macro here, so it's not that difficult. Well, that's because I just do the silly game. So go to macros, macro edit, paladin, confirm fish. So the equip set number 18 with the weight 1 after it, then it's just slash fish after that, and. I was always tempted to just do like a little slash party or link show or slash say chat for every time that you do fishing. So you say something witty. It's like the first time, not so bad. Second time, it's a little bad. Third time is like, alright, you can stop now. Fourth time is like, please, it's not fun. Fifth time is like, I'm gonna B-list you if you don't do something about that macro. Sixth time is like, alright, I'm B-listing you. I warned you. Seventh time is like, I thought I B-listed him. Why am I still getting this? How this game works. I'm not going to use a bot, so I made a macro. Good. It repeats the command for me, and I still do minigame. For now. Gunstar Hobo. Happy Tuesday. I wish I swatted those crabs off that Walmart toilet seat like you did that crab. Friends. Don't let friends use the toilet seats at Walmart. I mean, even in case of emergency, it's like, no. It's nothing good will come of this. Just bad stuff. Well, unless you got penicillin, in which case, live dangerously. Alright, that's it for the fishing. So I don't think I got an urchin tonight. I'm going to double check here, just be sure. Let's see. We got 3 Zampelic basses, 2 blue tails, 2 land crab meats. I think those moat carps were from earlier. Some jellyfish, noble ladies, 1 Moorish idol. I believe the Moorish idol is used for making an aquarium and also a fish called Wanda. Cone calamari. It's not exactly a fish. A taco. And yeah, I think that's it for the fish, for the fishies. Which is kind of sad. I missed it, but why do you need urchin? You say you're taking up soon. I say I'm taking up soon. I'll show you why I think I need the urchin as I go into items. Abilities, mounts, Omega all-terrain vehicle. You think I would have gotten bored of this thing by now, but not so soon. We're gonna swing by Mahara. There's an NPC in Mahara that will tell you if you've caught a fish or not. He looks like dead, actually. And I believe the first one on the list that Cyndaquil has not caught yet has been the Bibiki Urchin. Hello, it's an Omega and ATV, right? Yeah. I mean, if I had an all-terrain vehicle, I would totally call it Omega. Can you imagine just riding something like this on the beach? Scaring people? I can. I think it'd be fun. I mean, not that scaring people's fun, but it kind of is. Especially like record it and upload it to YouTube, and people be like, "Oh, that's me, man. I'm watching that again." This would have been perfect for the dunes. The good old days. Somebody's been here, killing stuff. I see treasure chest, caskets. Sorry. Why would there be somebody out here? Search. As bad as it was Lanos. It's probably Lanos. Or that Illanoa person. Thievery. Thievery, I tell yous. Here. Square Enix. I like the Omega mount. I thought you did well with this. But you messed up the music. You should have gotten the same BGM for the Omega fight to play while riding the Omega mount. That would be perfect. And so perfect, in fact, that I haven't done an audio dat swap. But, yeah. Why are you catching fish for this NPC? Because she's Mithra. Mithras love fish. But really? For the sparks. There's a Records of Eminence objective for 50 different catches of fish. That's the only reason. Yeah. And you get special sunglasses. For I don't know if it's for the 50 or if it's for the 100. I think it's for the 50. My Mithra lacks bones. See, you got this NPC, it looks like Dent. I don't know if this is the right one. It's probably gonna be like, hey, we're getting ready to go to Norg. I'm like, no, this is not the right NPC. Alright. It's gonna be... Let's see, is he down here? Is he over there? He's gonna be down here, isn't he? That being said, I don't see him anymore. I saw a bone crafter movie. Oh, so you're gonna want those gavial fish, right? I really thought it was this guy. Alright. It's not. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Unless it's Selpina. Could be Selpina. Oh, maybe it's this other guy that looks like Dent. If you want me to tell you about your past catches, bring me a guru tuna. Do I have any of those left? I think I put them all in the auction house, didn't I? Oh my goodness, I bet I did. Glavial or something like that, yeah. Alright. We'll get one of our fish back. Should just take but a moment. It's going to take more than a moment. It's going to take a couple of moments. But it shouldn't be too difficult. Home point crystal and all. Of course, watch. We're going to make back to the auction house and be like, hey, all your tuna sold. Well done. And then Dent will be like, no, they never go the way we wanted to anymore. Travel to another home point. Bastock. Markets. Auction house. Yes, please. That home point crystal lagged a little bit. At least it felt like it lagged a little bit. Chances are I was probably the one that lagged. Is it the glavial or the gavial fish? The ones that you can like desynth into something that you can use for bone crafting and use that to like level your bone crafting up closer to 100. But I think the best way to get them is like during a full moon at the bottom of the waterfall in North Gustaberg. You get a lot of skills fishing that time of night too. Alright, sell status. Stop the sale. Yes, I'm sure. You get it back? Just better check before I spend more gil. There it is. Alright, we're gonna turn back around this way. Miss Kitty is awake. She knows it's going to be time to eat soon. Unless... we'll take it over that. It's getting colder. She don't like it when it gets colder. She like it when it gets hotter. Let's do favorites. M-Town. Like how I got Nashmau on the favorites? Yeah. I thought I had Mahara on the favorites. Should be... the fish itself is the bone craft, no need for decent. Okay. I'm thinking of. Maybe it's fish scales. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't taken bone crafting in that direction yet. But yeah, I need to make dinner. Yes. Food is good. Except when it isn't. Nope. Just checking out the one thing in my bazaar. Thinking about it. So like, you don't see that every day, but then again, there's a reason. Nobody wants it. What's in your bazaar? Glad you asked. I don't remember. I got hex gauges for 10 mil. Hex gauges -1 for 10 mil. What are you gonna do with that? No idea. Save it for when I get the piece, I suppose. But yeah, food's good when I'm cooking it, right? I only have stuff for sandwiches though. Aw. Hate being poor, right? Real life and in-game. See, I forgot to pack my lunch this morning on my way to work. I was like, nuts. I guess I'm gonna have to order delivery. So even though it's out of season, they still made it for me and they still delivered it, and it was a pumpkin spice cheesecake. It was so good. I actually got two. I love forgetting to bring my lunch to work sometimes. Tunas. We can trade tunas. There's the only thing I can think of that makes cheesecake better. Like pumpkin spice cheesecake. From a place called, is it Hungry Dog? Mad Dog? Something Dog? Lazy Dog. That's the name of the restaurant. Like, wow. I'm not jealous at all. Some people don't like the pumpkin spice. That's all good. Me, it's just like, it's probably gonna be terrible. I thought I'd give it a try one time. I was like, oh my god. It's like so, it's like such a healthy portion that if Mom knew that that's all I've had to eat today, she would be so disappointed. Hi, Mom. Only an alchemist would buy that curse gear since it's old gear in that state. It makes an Amalric if an alchemist does the same. And it's also in Quetzalcoatl, so... You brought it! Very well. I will tell you. You've cast your line 6,018 times and made 4,533 catches. That's not a bad success rate. That's over 50%. The biggest fish you caught by size was a giant catfish measuring at 111 ilms. That's a big catfish. The biggest fish you caught by weight was a Guguru tuna weighing 553 punses. What the heck punses? Or an ilm for that matter. Would 111 ilms be like 111 inches? If that was the case, would that make that catfish almost 10 feet long? 550. I mean, I know tuna gets big and heavy. They're like an apex fish. Punses. I know, it's like their silly weight scheme that they got in the game that they never really showed a conversion for. If you want me to tell you again, just come see me. I'll be waiting. That was a quest. What happened to the whole, There we go. Types of fish caught. Bibiki Urchin, 0. Lamp Mirror. See, yeah, Bibiki Urchin. That's the very first one. That's why I gotta get it. Then you got this thing. This one, the Lamp Marimo, that's in those fungus caves over by Otragon. I don't remember the name of it right now. It has its own little zone music. There's like this one pond in this one zone in this one game that you can go and get. But yeah. Looms are inches and yalms are feet. And catfish can get really, really big, yes. But when they get that big, they don't make good eating. It's just like, it tastes really bad. Hey, but, you know. We caught a newt. It's got a star next to it. Definitely caught jellyfish. Apparently we haven't caught the Otragon analog jellyfish yet. Crayfish. Not a crayfish. Bibico, we caught one of those today. Bastor sardines. Hamsi, which is like a Bastor sardine in Otragon. I don't know why they had to go and give all these things silly names, but yeah. We have caught a Raz Kasnar shellfish, which you can only catch in the underworld. I mean, as far down into the darkest... No, it's a very bad place. It's a very scary place. Yeah, they got fishing, because, you know, reasons. They'll eat good, but aren't good as food anymore. No, I wouldn't think so. But... mackerels, greedies. I wonder if the big greedies catch types of fish caught. Really? There we go. It's next page is underneath back. You think it would be back would be underneath that? Frogs and globes and... You know, I don't even remember catching this newt, but obviously I did. That ugly thing is Turbot. This saltwater fish inhabits the reefs of the Arapago Islands. Its fins are extremely poisonous. There's this documentary that I watched on YouTube. It must have been maybe a week or two back. And it was talking about, I think it was in the either late 80s, early 90s, off the coast of Japan. Scuba divers found this design on the ocean floor. It looked like somebody had carved a sand sculpture of some, it kind of looked like a really big, giant sand dollar type thing, except it was like over a meter in diameter. The thing was huge. No idea what caused it, what created it, how it got even made. Wasn't until like what 20 years later that they finally figured out that this little itty bitty puffer fish, a male that I don't remember the details for it, but the female will only lay the fish eggs in like the finest of ocean current sand or something like that. So the male will carve out this design, and it's a way to filter out the ocean current to get the best sand conjugated into the middle. And then the female will come by and she'll check it out, and if she likes it, she'll mate with the other dude, and then the other dude will guard the eggs as the ocean current starts to destroy his mandalava, or whatever you want to call it. And the thing I'm thinking of right now is because it was a puffer fish, but when they were recording this fish, he just looks so happy because he was using his body to just wiggle out the designs, and it would take weeks, if not months, to make this thing. Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of that. I have to find a link for it sometime. We'll post it next time we do a fishing episode, which probably won't be that long. But yeah, so all these fish that I don't have stars next to, the idea is, how do I not have caught a tiny goldfish yet? Really? Huh. I'm going to turn each of these into a fishing episode one day. That's the plan. Fat Greedy. It's a quest fish. Oh, this isn't a fish. Is it? It can fly in the air, but only for a short time. That's when you stop being a fish. Dang it. Oh, we'll go through this some other time. We're not going to do Bibiki Urchin again, though. We're just going to classify that as a unicorn and pretend that it exists. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I apologize for the bandwidth troubles. It's the internet's fault. I don't know why I'm apologizing for Time Warner. I certainly do pay enough to not have this problem, but oh well. So tomorrow night I'll be sure to reboot the modem before I start streaming, and then we'll see what happens there. So tomorrow night, what do we got? It's an upgrade night. So according to my cheat sheet, it looks like we're gonna do Empyrean upgrades. I think I still need to do something with Paladin. I'll have to double check. I don't know if I've got the entire Paladin set completed yet or not. If not, then we'll work on that. And if so, then it's going to be a coin toss between either upgrading Monk gear, Thief gear, or Beastmaster gear. Beastmaster probably makes the most sense as far as gear upgrades go. But, I don't know. Thief and Monk look pretty cool too, so we'll see. And yeah, that's what we got planned for that. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Have fun. Don't forget to take your allergy pills. Don't be like that. Don't forget to feed your cat. Make dinner. Feed yourselves. Get some cheesecake. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.